This is Submodule 3B for EEC 3005. The question today is, do you believe early childhood programs have good nutrition education components? If not, what do you think are the weaknesses and what improvements can be made? In today's society, I believe that the importance for health and nutrition for young children are even more important because there is so much unknown about what is being put into the foods that we buy at the grocery store. I think there is lots of misinformation and myths behind the organic movement, the non-GMO movement, and a lot of parents are kind of unsure about what is the best way to feed their child. I think the important thing to remember is that as long as the child is getting a good amount of foods from all 5 of the food groups, then the parent is doing the best that they can. Early childhood programs, some centers have meal services provided, and others just recommend what the child should bring in order to meet those dietary guidelines. And I think for either type of child care center, the focus is on bringing healthy, nutritious meals and snacks that will provide good energy for the children and help them to continue to develop and grow in their bodies and in their personalities. Ooh, sorry. One of the major problems facing society today is childhood obesity, and there's lots of theories out there why that percentage has been raising, but the common denominator is that children are being fed unhealthy snacks and more fast food, and then there's less activity. With the rise in technology, children are in front of screens more often than they are running around outside. So that is something that the early child care center or the preschool needs to focus on to try to eliminate the focus or the emphasis on the technology and ensure that the children are getting enough outside activity to continue to burn those calories and things like that they're taking in. The other part of the equation to healthy children are the proper education for the parents as well as the children. So the parents need to understand what the recommended nutritional guidelines are for the different food groups. Fruits, vegetables, dairy, grains, meats, and so forth. It's important that children are getting a well-balanced range of items for every meal so that all of their needs can be met because, children are just growing at such a fast rate. They need all those things to keep them healthy. The problem with that, though, is that there are so many families that find themselves in a low-income situation, and unfortunately, the easy grab-and-go items tend to be cheaper than the healthy meats, fruits, and vegetables. So there are some weaknesses in the system which could potentially lead to the children not getting the nutritional value that they deserve. I think to improve this situation overall, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but one of the main things I think that needs to happen is a further push to remove poverty from a county level and from a state level and a national level. I just think that the United States, being this amazing world power and allowing our fellow citizens to be insecure about food, is so sad. And I think that there's things that can be done, but it's a long process and it has to be agreed upon. And that's, something that the states and the country has to be willing to work on together. I also think that healthier foods should be more accessible to all families, not just the ones that can afford it, because not allowing the children that need the healthy foods the most access to it is really just a disservice to them. I really hope as we continue to learn more about how important nutrition and health is for children, we're able to come to a place where children are receiving all of their nutrition that they need, so that they continue to be healthy and turn out to be good, healthy, well-rounded young children.